Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Pleasure to see our next guest, because, you know, we get to see her every day, but it's nice to see her.
Absolutely. Johanna Ward, of course, is the host of The Express on Shaw TV, and she just ran a marathon.
Yay!
In Iceland. Half a marathon.
Yeah.
Was it too existential to say it's nice to see you? Or was that all right?
See me?
To
Yeah,
see
it's
you.
nice.
To
I
see
know.
you.
Well, I don't get to be on the couch very often, so it is sort of exciting.
Well, we're always happy to have
And then I
you
get to
here.
dress up more, too.
And wear
because of
shoes.
Fiona.
You
Yeah,
guys
we're
already
wearing
shoe
shoes. I
bonded.
get to
Higher
do that.
than me today, and
Yeah.
that never happens. So tell us about the half marathon and your
Yeah.
big adventure to
Oh
Iceland.
my gosh. It was so amazing. And I have to say, too, because I know you're both runners, right?
Yeah.
And I am not. So I hate running. And I'm sure you saw a few of those clips of the training tips that we did leading up to it.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I never developed a love for it, ever.
I think that I think there's about, within the group of people that call themselves runners, I think there's 10% that really, truly love it, and the other 90% just kind of suffer through it for
And where are you
whatever
guys?
reason.
I
I suffer through it. I've never
I
really
hate
enjoyed
it, but I love the way I feel when
Exactly.
I finish. And
Yes.
looking at your picture of crossing the finish
Yeah.
line, how was that moment after 13 miles?
21.1K, I was in pain because I didn't end up doing any training in the end of it. So it was a bit rough, but I ran, walked, and danced it, which was fun. And
You
I was
danced?
I danced part of it because my body needs to. I exercise. I love to exercise, but I don't like repetition. I get
Yeah.
bored. So
Yeah, running's not right
No.
for you.
So every now and then, on the course, you just kind of
I
busted
did,
it down a little bit?
I did. I checked on my iPod. I listened to some Dave Matthews, got me through, and and it was kind of awesome. I
Whatever
actually
gets
had a
you
really,
through.
really good time. And once I hit the 10K mark, I realized I could do it.
Well-
and that's the biggest thing, right? I mean,
Yeah,
you guys
it's
know
a
as
mental
runners.
hurdle.
Then I'm like, oh, hey, I
Almost
can
there.
totally do this. Yeah.
Explain the connection, because there's a really nice connection, and why you did this for Team Diabetes and in Iceland and everything.
Well, I mean, I just felt so lucky that they came to us, and Sean asked us to partner with them, and it just was the perfect thing for me, except for the running part.
Right.
It was my
Outside
sister.
of that.
Yeah, outside of that. My sister has type 1 diabetes, my older sister, so she was diagnosed at 3 years old. So she's 5 years older than me. My entire life, we lived with that, and
Yeah.
she's still living with it. She's very healthy and doing great, but you know, it's something you live with every day, and it's whether you have type 1 or type 2. I think, 9 million people in Canada either have pre-diabetes or diabetes.
It's
so
an amazing
huge.
number.
And a
that
great way
people
to bring
deal with.
awareness through it through the marathon. But the other connection for you was Iceland.
The homeland.
It's true. My mom's side of the family is from there, so I actually met family while I was there, which is crazy, like distant cousins.
Really?
Yeah, it was really
Wow.
neat. And went in and I went for coffee, and there was this big spread of all these like pastries and cakes, because they're like, well, that's how we do it, dear. I'm like, okay. Yeah, they
I
had a
love
big
this
book.
place.
Yeah, it was crazy. They had a big book that actually had pictures in it of my grandfather, my great-grandparents, so Amma and Avi, which is how you say it in Icelandic, which is about, I can say 3 things. That, Leda Jól, Merry Christmas, because we did that every year. And now I can say tak, which is thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
tack.
that's
nice.
it, I know.
So how was it? It was in the capital, right?
Yeah, in Reykjavik.
Reykjavik, yeah.
Reykjavik?
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik?
Yes.
I got to get it right
I knew
eventually.
it.
We practiced a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
And how was it? I mean, I've heard what a beautiful area it is, and what a beautiful country, but especially the capital is a really cool place.
Yeah, well, Reykjavik is the biggest city in Iceland, and the majority of the population lives there. I think you would love it, because they're actually super stylish.
Yeah.
We did so much window shopping just up and down. There's lots of independent designers there, so that's really cool. I'll direct this to you, I guess, tons of bars and cafes. I don't know why I'm giving you that. I just wanted to give you something. It's a very fit, healthy city, too.
I love cafes.
Yes. They even have one. It's an Obladi Oblada. It's a karaoke bar, Beatles inspired.
That sounds fun. See,
Random.
How am I not Icelandic?
There. So
crazy.
random, but
now
yeah.
how much money was raised?
In total, so to go on this, to join with Teen Diabetes, whether you go to that or on the other trips, I think the destination ones you have to raise $6,100. So that was my personal goal. I went just past that. In total, I think we raised, I looked to my cheat sheet, $360,000 just with Team Diabetes
Just
Canada.
that one run.
So that's 58 people from Canada that raised that, and in total, Team Diabetes has raised $30 million
That's
over
amazing.
time.
That's
Yeah.
a stunning
So
number.
it's like, yeah, that's crazy. Hey?
Well, and to have an association like you do with an older sister and see the way
Yeah.
that the way that they treat diabetes now, and the way you
Yeah.
can fit into your lifestyle, and the changes that you've seen throughout her life in terms of ease of use and monitoring blood sugar and all that
Totally,
stuff.
with the pump and everything. And so a lot of the people that were part of Team Diabetes Canada actually had diabetes and were there. And one woman who went, she was, I think she was 19 or 20. She joked that her dad was her Sherpa because he had to carry, all her sugars and all her gear. I get all emotional about this part, but yeah, it was crazy. There was a woman who, you know, is would probably be considered obese who completed it. I think she did the 10K because you don't have, like, their big thing is you don't have to be a runner to do it.
Yeah.
You could be that intense, like, I want to do the full 42K.
Yeah.
You can do the half,
But it's
or you
about
can
participation,
do
raising money, being
and
part
finishing.
of a team. Yeah.
And just finishing it.
And just
To know
finish.
you can do it.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
Johanna. We
Yeah,
want
it's
to talk
pretty
about
cool.
what's coming up on the Express because you have some pretty exciting stuff, including some hockey. And I hear you're a hockey pro.
Huge hockey fan.
Well, you know what? We've talked about this before. 'Cause I
Look
think-
how tiny you are next to him.
Look who you get to talk to. Are you kidding me?
I know, I was really kind of excited. It was pretty fun, and he was so sweet. I mean, I know you guys, I'm sure, have interviewed him lots, but yeah, I'm pretty tiny. Maybe you'll get to see what we did. We rigged up something, too, when I interviewed Trevor Linden, and that should be coming up, because he's even taller.
Sorry, let me just stop
Are you
for a
standing on
second.
a box?
Roberto
are.
Luongo and Trevor Linden?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Lucy, look at this. I pulled, you know,
Wait.
you've never done this before, have you? You've never had to.
Oh my God, that's really tall.
So awesome.
My legs were shaking, and I'm like, I could feel like I was starting to sweat. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst interview ever. But yeah, it was really sweet. We also interviewed someone else pretty special from your team for that.
Yes. A
Astoria.
bit of a hockey fan?
A little bit, yeah. Do you know who I might be talking about?
Our Ken Kaneko.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness, yeah.
our own Ken Kaneko has a hockey shrine set up in his edit suite, and you had a chance to
Yeah,
sit
he
and
did.
talk
He
to-
schooled me a little bit so I'd be prepared for the interview. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. And you've got some other great stuff coming up, including something called The Good Life.
Good Life, yeah. It's a new segment that we're doing on the show, which is really fun. It's like a play on lifestyles of the rich and famous. But West Coast style,
Yeah.
sort of, yeah. And so the pilot episode is with Shannon Heth, who I'm sure you guys know from Heth TR. She's just amazing. So she took us out, and we figured out how she handles her crazy life. We learned her secrets to handling stress, and discovered that some of the things work for me and some don't.
What
you know?
didn't work? Is this the horseback riding that I saw?
Yeah, because
no.
I know, and you.
I'm a horsey person.
Yeah.
Not a
Were you-
horsey person. Horses
were you
actually
ashamed
scare
when
me.
you- Yeah, me too.
Horses are the only
And
animal
they're
that actually
high.
scares me, yeah. And
So
there's
is
too
Trevor
much.
Linden and Luongo.
There's too much
and
intelligence
climb
in
on
the
them.
eyes.
Yeah,
That's-
they know. They said it's like dogs. They sense your fear, and
Yeah.
then yeah.
I agree
so,
with you.
So we have more coming up with that. We're going to be hanging out with Fred Lee, Aaron Sabula, and some other people. We should take you guys out to get your secrets.
Yes,
You've
I'll
got some
take you
good
for a
life.
ride in my minivan. Talk about
Yeah.
luxury.
That's what he says to all the ladies.
Yeah,
That's
I like
right.
it.
That actually sounds
Johanna,
far cheaper than I wanted to
congratulations to you and everyone else who raised money for diabetes. What a great experience. Now, would you do it again?
I would. You can hike the volcano in Costa Rica. You can
Oh,
do
yeah.
one in
I'll go do
Rio.
that with you.
Wouldn't that be
Let's go
fun?
do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go hike a volcano.
Oh, I'd love to, girls. Thanks for asking.
No, you'll go to the karaoke bar.
Yeah. You go
Yeah.
to Iceland.
A drinking tour of Costa Rica.
Yeah.
I'm like the travel guys all of a sudden. It's nice.
Thank you so much, Joe.
You can catch the Express on Shaw TV 6, 8, and 10 p.m. For more information on how to become involved in teen diabetes, of course, you can visit their website for more information. Go visit the world, different places, and also raise some funds for a great cause.
And after the break,